What's going on, guys? That's right, more fidget spinners. Lots more fidget spinners. I don't have enough hands for all these fidget spinners. I'm gonna have to start spinning with my feet. This package came from Banggood. No note. There was an invoice on the inside, so I don't know if someone bought these and sent them to me because they wanted me to try them out or what. I have no idea. It could be an apology still for the drone, you know, being broken and not being replaced by Banggood. I have no idea, no explanation really. So, yeah. But I figured I'd turn the camera on and talk about them a little bit because I have been playing with all of them and I do certainly have my opinions. These all range from $3 to $6, except for this one. This one is like $11 on their site. I guess just because it's, you know, aluminum and it's a little bit more difficult to produce with those balls in there. I don't know. But across the board, as far as metal spinners go, it's about $8 to $10. You know, if you like going to a gas station, get an aluminum one or something. So being a little bit more complex, I guess it's on par. But for the most part, people aren't really spending more than like $4 on these, unless you get super serious in it, and then you want to get the real high precision ones, and then you're talking $100 plus. But anyway, so yeah, I play with all these, and I, like I said, certainly have an opinion on it. In this little batch of fidget spinners, I have the longest spin time I've ever had on one of these things, and the worst spin time. So, in no particular order, this one here is just an aluminum version. I don't like the design all that much. It does spin pretty well. I mean, this had about like a 2-minute spin time. A lot of these aluminum ones, let me open this up, the bearings inside, the actual balls, are a lot smaller. So I don't know if that's benefiting the longer spin times, because it's the same with this one, and this one happens to be the longest spinning fidget spinner I've ever had yet. And I time that, and it gets an average of 5 to 5.5 minutes on a spin time. See how these are a little bit smaller? And that one, I think it was even smaller. But yeah, 5.5 minutes is a very long time, considering most of these things last for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes maybe. So anyway, so this one's aluminum. It's pretty lightweight. I just don't particularly like the design all that much. Kind of a step up, you know, design. But you know, is what it is. This one I do like a lot. Super lightweight. I mean, ridiculously lightweight. I didn't weigh this thing, but it feels almost like it's plastic, but it's not. It's aluminum, and it's not hollow. It is solid aluminum. You can tell from the cutouts there. But pretty cool design when it's spinning. I like the little gap there. And like I said, somewhere around the 3-minute mark as far as spin time in this. Pretty cool. This also came with this, which I've never seen before. This is a Keychain Fidget tool. I guess you could fidget with anything, right? But, you know, they basically have two links in here with some little O-rings on some key rings. So basically this thing like just rotates in and out, and you can turn it and rotate it, and I don't know. I guess it's something to fidget with. And I realize that's why people think this whole craze is so stupid, because there was always fidget spinners. You know, people have been fidgeting with things forever. Balisongs, that's a fidget knife, right? What about the craze that happened years ago with the pens, pen tapping? You know, on the table, people doing like, you know, beats and pen tapping and stuff. You know what I mean? People have always fidgeted with things. People have problems fidgeting. Even if you're rubbing your toes together, there's always something to fidget, so you don't necessarily need a fidget specific tool for that. But hey, you know, I said it, I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, very cool. Cool, but I don't particularly like this one. It is aluminum, which is nice. Like I said, a little bit harder to do, putting the little bearings in there, or balls, whatever. But there is some play on this, which I don't like. You know, for $11, I mean, that's the difference. If you get a $100 one, there's no play. I mean, the tolerances are extremely high, just like a very expensive knife or whatever. Just like when the EDC tops kind of got popular and people said, yeah, who would spend $200 on a top? Lots of people, believe it or not. Not people walking in the gas stations, but people in the gear community. You know, certain materials are made, you know, or certain tops had certain materials. They're very expensive, and it's just, it's like anything else. People collect crap. So if it becomes popular, people want it. Like I said, this one is the best one, I think, because of these heavy bearings or balls. It just has a lot more inertia, a lot more, I don't know, it just, the spin time is ridiculous. Like I said, an average of 5 minutes. This thing goes and goes and goes and goes. I like that it's much fatter. You can see how, like, you know, an average one is pretty slim line. But can't do this with two hands. I'm not a lefty in any way. But you can see just it's a little bit fatter, chunkier. I like it. I like the way it feels. My fingers are more set apart. Gives me more of a gap or more room so it's not rubbing on anything. And like I said, just kind of spins and spins and spins. This one, I think this is kind of pressure fit. Yes, it is. You can see how those balls are much, much smaller. So I don't know, maybe that adds to it. But this one's just super cool. I like this. As far as the next one here, just kind of take it or leave it. I do like the fact that this has the balls that these freely spin in there. So kind of like that fidget cube, you know, if you want to do something like that and use the roller balls, it feels nice, I guess. But, you know, besides that, I mean, I don't think it looks all that cool. Not that it matters. This is the worst fidget spinner I've ever seen in my life. The very worst. Not only does it have a fake plastic, or excuse me, it's plastic, but it has a fake wood grain. But this is brand new, by the way. I mean, it looks like it's been well used, dropped, thrown across the room. And ready for this? That's as hard as I can spin it. You can watch the clock, the timer. If we get lucky, maybe we'll get like 20 seconds out of this. I know, it's suspenseful. It's actually the best this thing has ever spun. It usually lasts about 5 seconds. And slowing down, and that's it. Right. The average spin time is like 10 seconds, 15 seconds maybe. Just stinks. It's like horrible tolerances, super cheap, plasticky. I hate the way it looks. Moving on, next one, just your standard 3-sided, I guess, or I don't know what you call those prongs. Just an average fidget spinner, but this one is glow in the dark material. And so we got the keys here. It does not really hold much glowing effect. You know, even once you charge this thing, it'll stay glowing slightly. Capture that a little bit. You can see how it's glowing a little bit, but it really doesn't last very long at all. So it's very cheap glow in the dark type material that's in there. But you know, it's kind of interesting, I guess, something different. But pretty good spin time on that. Average thing, it's like $4, whatever. This one's super cool, not just because it's pink. I'm actually going to give this to my niece when I see her. But I really love this design, and it comes in different colors as well. And the whole gimmick to this one is that when you tap these, there's lights in it. All right, there we go. So it lights up. So when you spin this, you get a cool little light show, which is actually fun to watch. So if you're looking for a new fidget spinner, of all these on the table, this is probably the coolest one in that it's different, right? And especially when it's dark out or nighttime, whatever, you get a cool little light show. You can just tap one of them if you want, or all 3 or 2 or whatever. And it just gives a really cool effect. I don't know, it'll block some of that light. But it's kind of fun to watch, right? Something different. And of course, like I said, it's not just available in pink. There's other colors too. The only thing that stinks about this is that they just kind of use an epoxy, put some LEDs in here, and a button cell battery. There's no way to remove that. There's no way to replace the battery. Once the battery power runs out, that's it forever. So that kind of stinks. You know what I mean? Like a year from now, it probably won't light up again. I don't know how long it'll last, a week, a year. Who knows? Maybe it'll last 10 years. I have no idea. But what I do know is that it's not replaceable as far as the actual battery. So it would have been nice if there's like little compartments so you could pop in a battery, but then the cost goes up and you know, what's the point, right? I'm sure the craze will be over by the time the batteries die out. So yeah, but I thought that's pretty cool, and I really hope my niece enjoys that when I give it to her. This one, I don't get. I don't know what the deal is with this one. It has these kind of bearings that slip in and out. You can pop these out. All right, pop them back in. Spins okay, whatever, it's kind of small. I don't know, I get the extra bearing. All right, you lose one, you have an extra bearing. I don't know what these O-rings go to, and I have no idea what this is. This phallic bullet looking tool. No idea. It's just a solid piece of plastic. I thought maybe it was something to kind of balance it on when you spin it. I don't know, it doesn't fit in anywhere. If you can figure this out, because I went to the website to check it out, no explanation whatsoever with that. So if you can tell me what that's all about, I'd love to know. But beyond that, we got one more. This thing, what is this thing? Good Lord, right? That's what you do with it. It's too wide to get a grip with your thumb on there. I gotta slow it down this way, so, because these things are pointy. Very, very pointy metal. That hurts, okay? So if you get this thing spinning, you go get your thumb in the way or whatever, you could probably get cut. Pretty dangerous little toy there. But yeah, all you can do is bounce it on a finger. You can't get a grip on it because obviously it rubs. It's not going to spin. This is the packaging it came in. I can only assume that this is some kind of a weapon or a part that's on that guy from whatever cartoon or comic character. I'm not into comic characters, at least haven't been for many, many years. So if you guys know what character this is, and what is this? Is this a weapon that they use or something? Obviously it's related to it. It says Overwatch, comic and online games, model toys. So, yeah, that's that. Definitely unique, definitely different. But besides that, I mean, there's nothing else you could do. You couldn't throw this up in the air and try to catch it or whatever because you'll end up hurting yourself. So if that seems fun, just sticking your finger through it and giving it a spin, then that's cool. But other than that, that's it. So yeah, those are some of the fidget spinners from Banggood. I'm sure they have tons more. Banggood's one of the largest sites, the international sites that have all kinds of these kind of cheap things. And obviously they jump right on the Craze. I'm sure most of the stuff is made over there where they're located anyway, so it's easy for them to get and, you know, sell and make some money on. But if you are into the fidget spinner scene, Banggood certainly is worth checking out. Takes forever to get stuff. You know, I've actually ordered from them multiple times in the past, and the turnaround time's anywhere from I think a week, because they have certain warehouses in the U.S. So you'll place your order and it'll ship somewhere in the U.S. But I've had orders take like a month and a half before from Banggood. So it just depends on what you're getting. If it's coming directly from them or China, or like I said, it's coming out of a warehouse in the U.S. Who knows? It's kind of luck of the draw, I guess. But that's been my experience with most of the international sites that are located overseas somewhere, is that it's kind of unexpected when you're going to get stuff. But at the same time, you can get certain things for like $2, you know, and free shipping. Some things are hard to pass up, you know. And as far as the fidget spinners, you know, you walk to a gas station, you have a limited selection of what you want. So going online, obviously, if you're into this hobby, that's where it's at, because you can, you know, fine tune what you want and of course get the best prices for them. So I figured it was worth showing. But to be honest, I'm not going to do many more of these fidget spinner videos if you don't like them. Even if you do like them, it's just I'm not actively going out and trying to buy these things. Clearly, I have plenty now to fidget with if I get the, you know, in the mood to play with a fidget spinner. But yeah, I'm not buying them. I'd probably do another video if someone sent like a really high-end one, because I'd be curious to see the difference. Like We Knives, I just saw someone post on Instagram. They have their own version now. Custom Knife Factory has some really high-end ones. Like those I'd be kind of interested in playing around with and seeing the difference. Kind of like the tops, the difference between cheap tops and, you know, really expensive tops. However, I definitely not going to spend the money to buy one. So if no one sends them, then, you know, it is what it is. So I'm not just saying, if you like the videos, I'm sorry, don't expect more. If you don't like the videos, well, good for you, because there's not going to be many more anyway. But yeah, anyway, so there you go, more fidget spinner stuff. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.